Yeah. Very good morning to one and all. Today we will discuss a topic in the second module. So basically we will discuss what are the topics are there in second module. So in the second module we have agriculture production and productivity. Within that, this topic of second module, here we have that agriculture production. And within the agriculture production, how we can produce by using different kind of resources to produce a commodities, that is a resource use and efficiency. For example, in order to produce more and more, so how we are going to use certain limited resources and we need to get more production, that is called efficiency. By using limited resources, we need to produce more and more, so we will get more efficiency. So and then the production function analysis in agriculture. So here we need to understand that how we can use this kind of production functions in agriculture sector. It means that when you are studying in micro also and macro also, you have been studying the production function. Then a little bit we will discuss here also the production function. Then how this kind of production functions can be applicable in the agriculture sector. Nothing but so the production function analysis in agriculture sector by using agriculture examples, how we can use this production function and how we can estimate the parameters or coefficients. We will discuss later. And here, the other topic, there's a factor combination and resource substitution. So here, that means is very clear, the factor combination. See, in order to produce the goods and services, so what are the factor combination? For example, when you are using a combined good, nothing but when you are combined, nothing but when you are included some goods, so how much the production comes? But when you are taking into individual, how much the production comes? So we will discuss the factor combination and resource substitution. For example, instead of using one commodity, if you use another commodity, how much production takes place, then we will discuss. So this is a little bit syllabus we have in the second module. So today we will discuss about agriculture production function. It is visible, the theory of production. Yes, please. Hello. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So first we need to understand in theory of production. First we need to understand what is meant by production. Can anybody tell me that what is meant by production? What is meant by production? Can anybody tell me? What is the meaning of production? It means simple here, production nothing but in Telugu we can say utpatti. So how we can produce goods and services by using a different kind of raw materials, that is called production. It means sometimes the production nothing but create a new goods or to create a new value, that is called services. For example, when you are going to produce a services, that is called you are going to add a value of the commodity or the services. Here we have different types of meanings. Here the production is a process that creates. See, the production is a process that creates or adds value or utility. For example, see, when you are going to produce a commodity, for example, to take pen, how the pen can be produced? So it is a process, nothing but the converting the raw materials into a final commodity, a final good. Nothing but whatever the raw materials we have, we need to use that kind of raw materials and we need to produce or we need to create a new one. For example, if you take into account in order to produce a biryani, so what is the process can involve? So you need to purchase a rice as well as some chicken or mutton or other masalas. So there, so how we are going to produce that kind of biryani? Nothing but it is a process that can create. For example, in order to produce services, so it also comes under the production, right? So production is a process that creates or adds value or utility, that is called production. For example, if you take into account when you're going to consume some commodity, so you are going to measure that utility. For example, as we have discussed that law of marginal utility or some other theories, law of diminishing utility theory also. So when you're consuming some chocolates or ice cream, what can you get it? You can get some utility, right? Or you can get some satisfaction. Am I right? Hello? Please unmute. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood this concept? What is meant by production?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
See, it is a process in which inputs are converted into output. Simple. It is a process in which the inputs are converted into output. Simple. What are the inputs are there? So when we are converting the output, that is called production. For example, in order to produce a biryani, what are the inputs you need? You need rice, you need chicken, you need some masala, some oil. These are the some inputs. When you are converting to the output, that is called biryani. That is called production. For example, if you take, in order to produce a pen, what are the raw materials? What are the inputs you need? You need some capital, you need some labor, you need some raw materials such as plastic or ring, right? So these are some inputs. When you are converting these inputs into output, that is called production. That is called production. See here, there are number of inputs can be involved in the process of production. See the production of see the factors of production such as land, labor, capital, technology. Why I am mentioning here land? Why I am mentioning labor, capital, technology? For example, we should have to apply this kind of production in agriculture sector. For example, if you take in agriculture, see. So here in agriculture, so for example, in order to produce a paddy or maize or cotton. So what are the inputs you need? Please, you need to respond it. In order to produce a paddy, what are the raw materials you need? So in order to produce a paddy, we need some land. We need some labor in order to produce, in order to sowing, in order to harvest, in order to remove that some wastages, and we need some capital, that is called investment. Simple capital, right? Technology, nowadays we are using technology. Then what are other factors? So there are so many factors can involve. These are the main factors which can be involved in the production of paddy, right? So here land, labor, capital, technology, the other factors, etc. So that can be used as an input to produce a paddy. For example, if you take maize, for example, you need seeds in order to produce land, labor, capital, technology, etc. So there are these are the main factors, main inputs to produce a output. Okay. See the factors of production, such as, for example, see these are called the seeds, capital, labor, technology. These are called factors of production. Factors of production. These are called factors of production. Factors of production. So what are the factors? Nothing but what are the factors can be used in order to produce a commodities. That is called factors of production. So the output. So the output nothing but the goods and services produced such as soup, cars. For example, if you take in order to produce a paddy. So for example, here where its output is called paddy. So in order to produce the paddy, we have used the seeds, capital, labor, organization, technology. These are the inputs. So paddy is the output. For example, if you take car. So in order to produce a car, what are the inputs we need? Yes, please. Anybody? Soumya, Abhinaya, Supriya. So in order to produce a car, what are the inputs we need? So in order to establish my plant, we need some land, we need some labor in order to fit the car, all the equipments, and we need land, labor, capital, some amount of money we need. Okay, some technology. Nowadays we are using robots to fit the car, nothing but to fit the equipments, technology, organization, right? So these are the main factors of the production which can be used to produce a car. Okay, so these are the inputs, these are the outputs. For example, here there are other raw materials also we need. Some, for example, here if you take steel, some rubbers, okay, some other equipments we need. Some, for example, tires, it comes under the plastic or rubber. Okay, so there are so many raw materials we need to produce a car. So these are the main factors of the production, such as called inputs. So the car is called final output. Final output. Have you understood the difference between the inputs and outputs and what is meant by production function? Yes, please. Hello, Supriya, Divya.
Yes, sir.
Please all unmute. They're not responding. See here, when we are studying about inputs and outputs, so it seems this is called the production function. Production function. So what is meant by production function? Can anybody can tell me? What is meant by production function? See, the production function refers the technological relationship between inputs and output. See, the production function refers the technological relationship between inputs and output. Inputs and output. See here, best example if you take any output of the paddy or car or anything. For example, if you take in agriculture, the paddy is the best example. See, the paddy is a function of land, labor, capital, technology, organization, seeds, fertilizers, pesticides. So there are so many, etc. There are so many inputs are there. See here, production function refers the technological relationship between inputs and output. What are the inputs here? So these are called inputs. These are called inputs. This is called output. The production function refers the technological relationship. Nothing but see, earlier we don't have the technology, so therefore in the production function definition itself only, the production function refers the relationship between inputs and output. That is because they mentioned that physical inputs and physical outputs in earlier. Nowadays we are using technology, so therefore we should have to include the technological relationship between inputs and output. Okay, nowadays we are producing the services which we cannot able to see, so therefore we should not mention the physical input and physical output. Okay, so therefore, so we should have to mention that the production function refers the technological relationship between inputs and output. So these are all called inputs. This is called output. Is it clear? Still anybody have the doubt? What is mean by production function? And its example. Yes, please. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Abhinaya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Soumya, Srilata, Sumalata,
Yes, sir.
Sunita. Sunita. See here, the production function means the functional relationship between inputs and output in the process of production. See, some books it may mention that functional relationship, nothing but function. So earlier we have written, see here the function F is called function relationship between these two. So it is a technical relationship, as I mentioned now. So it is a technical relationship which connects the factors inputs used in the production function and level of inputs. See, the Q is nothing but output as a function of land, labor, capital, organization, technology, etc. So we should have to mention that seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, the other inputs which we can be used as an input to produce the output. So as you know, what are the factors of production? Land. What is the land here? So it is a natural resource such as surface, minerals, air, rivers, sea, etc. For example, see, in order to produce a paddy, we need to use land. For example, we can use surface, some minerals. Okay. So labor. So see here, labor is seems that mental or physical effort. For example, see, when I am going to teach the class, so I'm mentally I should have to prepare. For example, you know, to work in the labor as a labor in the agriculture field, we should have to be fit as a physical. Nothing but we should have to effort physically in order to harvest the crop or sowing the seeds. Nothing but sowing the seed. Nothing but in order to put the seeds. So here, labor is mental or physical effort done by the man with the view of things. So the capital, what is meant by capital? As I told you that nothing but investment. See, man-made goods used in the production process, most mobile factor. See, is there nothing but capital, nothing but. So we need to produce the goods and services. We need to purchase some amount of machines. For example, in order to produce the output, also we should have to purchase some machines, and we should have to purchase the fertilizers, other things. Also, we should have to purchase some this kind of goods. So that comes under the capital, nothing but machines, equipments, and organization. Nothing but those who are cultivating the crop, that is called entrepreneur. Nothing but we can see the farmer like or entrepreneurs, organizers. So there's the organization, the entrepreneur or coordinator of all the factors of production. For example, those who are coordinating all the factors, land, labor, capital. For example, the farmer. The farmer is an entrepreneur here. So those who can coordinate all these things, land, you should have to use, and labor, you should have to call them, and you should have to purchase some machines, capital, and fertilizer. You should have to purchase pesticides. You should have to purchase, and seeds. You should have to purchase. Nothing but the farmer is an entrepreneur who can coordinate all the factors of production. All the factors of production. So these are the factors of production mainly. So yeah, don't think that these four only factors of production. There are other factors also there of the production. See, as I told you, the fertilizers, pesticides, chemicals, okay, and seeds, and experience or age. These are all the types of inputs which can be influenced the production. And within that here inputs, there are two types of inputs are there, such as fixed input and variable input. See here, the inputs are two types. First one, fixed inputs. Variable inputs. So what are the fixed inputs? What are the variable inputs? See, as you know that when you are producing goods and services, you need to fix some good inputs. And variable input nothing but see, it can be varies time to time. It can be varies. For example, see here, fixed inputs and variable inputs. See, the factors of production that carry out the production is called inputs. As you know that, as I told you, inputs. So the land, labor, these are the inputs or examples of inputs. See here, the variable input and fixed inputs. See here, the fixed input that remain the same in the short period. Remain the same in the short period. For example, see, when you take into account fixed variable, for example, during the short period, or short time. So in order to produce the goods, can you able to change all the factors of inputs? Yes, please. Hello. For example, in order to produce a paddy, will you able to change the capital, organization, machines, and all those things? No. So only you should have to change within the short period. That is only labor. Labor only we can change. Okay. So remaining all are fixed variables. All are fixed variable. For example, if you take land is a fixed variable, we cannot change within the time, and the capital we cannot change, and on technology we cannot change, and other factors also we cannot change. So these are called inputs. So here variable inputs. So variable input nothing but we can change in the long period. Long period nothing but in the long run. Here short run also we can call. So during the long run, along with labor plus this all the factors that is called land, capital, technology, all these factors we can change. All these factors we can change in the long run. Only during the short run we can able to change only labor, but in the long run, that is called variable inputs, we can change in the long run. See here there is a differences between the inputs and fixed inputs and variable inputs. See, remain the same in the short period. Nothing more we cannot change. So here, variable inputs in the long run, all the factors of production are varies. Nothing but all the factors of production we can change. Varies nothing but change according to the volume of output. See the cost of any at any level of output, the amount is remains same. Nothing but the input is same, and the cost of these inputs are called fixed. Nothing but whatever we can expend something about on this kind of inputs, that's the labor, it is fixed. So here the cost of variable inputs is called variable cost. Here fixed cost and variable cost. Nothing but fixed cost, nothing but it remains constant in short run as well as long run. But during the long run, this is called variable cost, nothing but we can change as per our output requirement. For example, today you need to produce 10 output, you can produce. During the long tomorrow, if you want to reduce the output, you can reduce. Nothing but your variable cost will be reduced. Nothing but see here the varies according to the volume of output. Best example, building and land, etc. For example, you have to produce a output when you are taken to rent. So you cannot reduce your building rent as well as you cannot change the building size also. The land you cannot change within the short term. For example, here variable in the long run, you can change the raw materials. For example, whatever you are going to use in order to produce the output, you can change the raw materials. For example, as I told you, in order to produce a pen, 10 pens today, you can use the raw materials. For example, tomorrow you don't want to produce more 10 pens, more than 10 pens. So therefore, you can reduce the raw materials and labors. So for example, therefore, you have to produce tomorrow two pens only. So you can call only one labor, and remaining labor you cannot take it to consider. So this is called variable inputs. This is called fixed inputs. See, in the long run, fixed inputs are become various. As I told you that when you take into account in the long run, all the fixed variables also varies. Think but the land and building also change. For example, this year you want to produce commodities within the one building. So tomorrow, or nothing but next year, or after 3 or 4 months, so you can change the building also. Nothing but you can shift one building to another building. At the same time, after cultivating one crop, you can change your land to another land. For example, not to produce the land paddy 1 acre. So next time you don't want to produce 1 acre of land. You don't want to cultivate the 1 acre of land. So therefore, you can change 1 acre to half acre. This is in the long run, the fixed inputs are become various. Nothing but it can be changes. Have you understood the difference between fixed inputs and the variable inputs? Please. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Divya, Soumya, Srilata, Sunita.
Yes, sir.
Supriya.
Yes, sir.
Next slide. When we are discussing about the production, so generally we have discussed about there are so many concepts are there. So that are various concepts of production, total production or total production. And mathematics also we have discussed about TP, AP, MP. That is the average production, average product or marginal production. So here the total production nothing but whatever we are going to produce, all the goods and services is called total production, right? So what is the average production? Simple, it's the ratio of total production and one variable input. Nothing but total production by one variable input. That is called TP by Q or X. Okay. So generally we are saying total production. Total production nothing but see here inputs. Yeah. Inputs into quantity. Inputs into quantity. That is called total production. That is called TP. So what is AP? Average production. But average production nothing but total production divided by X or input. X or Q also we can say quantity or X. X is nothing but inputs. So here the ratio, that is the ratio of total production and one variable inputs. What is the marginal production? The rate of change in total production, change of output as a result of change in one variable inputs. So just we can write like this. MP, that is called marginal production, delta TP by delta Q or X. Delta TP by delta X. Okay. Change in total production as a result of change in input. That is called marginal production. Marginal production. So generally we can say in terms of our table, when you are taking the law of diminishing marginality theory, see here. As we know that short-term production function with labor as variable factor. So for example, see here, labor is 0 and capital is 10. What is the output? For example, see when you are purchasing a machine, so without having labor, so how you can operate? Nowadays we have the scientific technology also we can operate, but we should have to consider one labor. Who can operate that machine, either directly or indirectly? So without labor, when we have the capital, the output is 0. For example, when we are using the machine, 10 machines, one labor, how much the production has come? 10. Okay, that is the total production. Nothing but, so in order to produce a commodity, we have used the, see here, labor, capital, 0 and 10. The total output is, total production is 0. Because when we have the machine, without having labor, we cannot produce the output. So next one, see, one labor, 10 machines. So they can produce, I think how much? 10, right? 10. So for example, by using one labor, 10 machines, they can produce 10 outputs. 2 labors, 10 machines. How much they have produced? Here, 30. 30. So 3 like that 10. So they might have produced 60. So here like that 3 labors, 10 machines, that is the capital, then 60. Like that 4, 10 labors, 80. Like that. So as labors increases, when capital is constant, the machines are constant only. When we are using labors, the output is increases. The output is increases at a certain level only, at a certain level. See up to 7, the production is high. When you are using more labor, the output is reduces. For example, see in your agricultural sector, for example, in your best example, in your field, in your farm, agricultural field, when you are using the labors, the output is increases. Right? So see generally, when you increase the labor, the output is increases. But at a certain level, the output is 112. 112. For example, when you are increasing the labors, right, same labor, it has reduces 1 or 10, 112, and then 9 labors, 10 capital, 108, then 10 labors, 10 capital, 100. Why it has reduces from here to here? 112 to 100. See, generally, when we are employing more laborers. So generally in agriculture field, so they will talk each other. For example, when there is less laborers, they cannot talk much more. So therefore, when you are increasing the labors, so the output will be decreased. When they're discussing something about, so they cannot concentrate on work. See, if you take into account any experimental thing also, see when the labors are high, when the number of people are high, the output may be increases at a certain level. But when they are increases, when there increases more than 7 labors, the output is decreases because they may talk each other. When they are talking each other, they may not work properly also. Therefore, the output will be decreases. The output will be decreases. Have you understood this concept? Please let me know. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sir,
Have you understood, Abhinaya?
again repeat, sir, one more.
See here, when we are increasing the labors, the output will be decreases. For example, when you are increasing labor 1 to 7, the output is increases 10 to 112. But when you are increasing labor from 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, the output will be decreases. Output will be decreases. Why? For example, see, for example, in your 1 acre of land, when you are increasing the labors, the output will be increases. When you are increasing beyond that, the output will be reduces because they may not work properly. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is the total output. But how we can calculate the average output? What is the how we can calculate the average output? Let me know. That is called TP by Q or labor here. Labor. Okay. So TP by labor nothing but 0 by 0. 0. Okay. 10 by 1. Here X is nothing but Q, nothing but X R L Q, nothing but here input. Have you understood that? Labor is input. Right? So TP by input 10 by 1. How much? 10. 30 by 2. How much? 15. 60 by 3. How much? 20. So like that. So 112 by 7. How much will come? 112 by 7. 16. Right? Here 112 by 8. How much? 14. So 108 by 9. 108 by 9. How much? 12. 10. See here. See, at the same time, as labor increases, the AP also increases at a certain level only. See here. From 0 to it has increases, right? Up to 6. Okay. So after that, after 7, see, after 7, after employment of extra labor, the average production has been decreases, and average the per labor production has been decreases 16 to 10, right? So as labor increases beyond the scope, the average production is decreases. Average production is decreases, right? Then MP. What is MP? Marginal production. Marginal production formula, how we can calculate? Delta TP by delta L here. L is nothing but labor. So here we cannot get here. Here, what is the difference between 0 to 10? 10 by 1. That is called 10. So here difference is how much? 20. Here 10 by 1 is equal to 10. 20 by difference is how much? Labor? 1. 20. Then how much the difference between this 30 and 60? 30 by 1. 30. Like that we will increase. See here, but how much the difference between this 112 and 112? 0. 0 by 1 is equal to 0. And here, how much value? How much the difference between these two? Here, minus 4 by 1. Here, minus 4. And here, minus 8 by 1 is equal to minus 8. See here, as labors increases, marginal production increases at a certain level only, at a certain level. So after that, at labor 8, MP is equal to 0. The marginal production is 0. It means that when we are employing additional labor of 8th labor, so we will get marginal production is 0. It means that so there is no use of 8th labor. So we should have to stop at 7 labor only. We should have to stop at 7 labor. Then we should have to run our production by using only 7 labors. When you are increasing the labors 7 to 8, 8 to 9, you are going to lose nothing but you are going to lose your production. At the same time, as labors increases from 8 to 10, the marginal production is negative, nothing but the year minus 4 and minus 8. See, when you are looking at the table only, you can understand easily. The next slide. See here. So as the marginal production increases here, then again it can be decreases. Then it here as labors increases, the marginal production also increases at third labor. See here, when you are using additional labors, nothing but 3 to 4, the marginal production has been decreases, 20 to 0. When we are using additional labors from 8 to 9, 9 to 10, the marginal production has been negative. For example, this is a mathematically or numerically we can express. But how we can express this kind of things in the graph in the graph form? See a graph form. See here. See, this is a labors. Okay. So this is a output. See here. This is called the total production curve. Total production. Nothing but as labors increases, the output is increases. The total production is increases. So here, when the labor is 8, the total production is highest. See here, when the production is and the labor is 8, the total output is the total production is highest 112, right? So then when we are using additional labors, the total production has been decreases. See here, has been decreases. Simple here, I would like to show you here. When you take the data, you can take at home. You can draw a line by using data only. So I'm drawing slowly. Not understanding you. See here. See, this is the highest position at 8th labor. This is the labor. This is the output. Okay. This is the y-axis. This is the x-axis. When we are increasing the labors, the output has been decreases. The output has been decreases. So this is the total production. And see here, see this graph. And if you take a marginal curve and average curve, for example, average curve, see it comes like this. The average curve like this from here to here. It should be like this. See, this is a AP, the average cost, and marginal cost. Here it can touches x-axis. Like for example, y here MP can touch x-axis, nothing but see when MP curve touch the x-axis, here MP value is 0. So here when TP is highest, nothing but TP is peak level. TP is highest, MP is 0. See here When the TP is highest level, that is the 112, the MP is 0. MP is 0. See here, mathematically we can see here, when 8th total production is 112 highest, the marginal production is 0. Marginal production is 0. See, when the labors increases, the marginal productivity, marginal production is negative. See here. So when we are increasing the labors, see here, 8th labor, here 9th labor. So the output is negative. Here -4. So when you are increasing the 10th labor, the output is here. So here the output is here output now, here minus y side, here plus y. So here, so the output is negative. Output is negative. So you can go through this data and you can draw a line properly. Then you will get like this. Within the one graph only, you can take 3 lines, three curves. But here we have mentioned two graphs are different, and in another graph, one graph is one line, one. So TP graph is line is another graph. Okay, so it's like this. Have you understood this graph, please? Hello. Hello. Yes, please. Have you understood? Avnaya, Divya, Rocky Style,
Yes.
Rilata, Sunita, Swarna, Sarupa.